Hi everybody, and welcome to today's practice with me. My name is Lemon Nasser, and I'm so happy that you're joining me for this live class together. My classes are usually a blend of yoga, Pilates, strength training, and functional fitness. And today I'm going to be taking the apples of all these trees and putting them together in one basket for a very kind of rounded practice that's going to take us through this time of uncertainty. So we're going to navigate through uncertainty by tapping into our core, our innermost core, and innermost power, and finding stable ground. So for this practice, you're going to be needing your socks. So I hope you've all got your socks on, and an uncarpeted area, an uncarpeted floor. So we're going to be sliding around to find balance and find core and find strength. And optional is blocks. So just mat, socks, and blocks. And this practice is also going to have some cardiovascular elements. So we are going to bring the heart rate up. So like I said, so it's going to be a combination of yoga, Pilates, functional fitness, and a little bit of strength training as well, and some cardiovascular elements. So please, as always, listen to your body and where you are today, right here, right now. And so just like, I don't know if you guys read the caption, but just like the analogy of the tree, when strong winds blow, just like right now through these uncertain, unprecedented times, the tree depends on the strength of its trunk and its really deeply rooted roots to make sure that it can stay standing tall no matter which way the wind blows. So this is what we're going to be working on today. So I hope you're ready. Take a deep breath and exhale out. So let's take a couple deep breaths just to kind of like start to come into the body, right? So the breathing might be a little faster. We're going to start to slow it down. So take an inhale, exhale, and take another inhale, and exhale. Okay, we're going to swing our legs. So we're going to start first with core work. So we're going to start first by working on the core, not just because we want to strengthen the core, but to really start to know, so the body can access it through the rest of the practice, and the mind knows where to access it. So we're going to be waking up the core. Lay down on your back and take your knees in towards your chest. And go ahead and just kind of make a few hip circles going one way, and then hip circles going the other way, just to release in the low back. And take your feet down. Make sure that your feet are hip width apart. Okay, and take your hands behind your head here first. Inhale. And exhale. And just allow yourself just to melt down into the mat. Okay, so your hands are behind the head, and you're going to place one hand on top of the other. Your elbows are out to the side, and just feel the heart opening. And we're going to feel where the anchor points are. So your feet are your anchor, and your sitting bones. Just feel where your sitting bones are. Feel where the hips touch the mat, and feel where the feet touches the mat. And maybe the 2 points of the elbows kind of open out to the side. Maybe the shoulder blades and the back of the head resting on the hands. So feel where the anchor points are. We're going to be really talking a lot about anchor points in this practice today. So we inhale here. As you exhale through the mouth, and start to melt the front of the body down towards the back body without jamming, right? So it's just softening. And again, inhale and exhale. And now you press your feet into the mat and you lift your head and chest up and you look into the space between the two knees, right? Okay, so you want to keep your neck long here. You don't want to be jamming the chin into the chest. Be careful that we're not pulling onto the neck, but you want to get the shoulder blades off the mat. And then we lower down and we inhale. And again, we exhale. Now start to feel where the anchor points are and make sure that you are aware and you root them deeply into the earth. So pressing the feet down into the mat and inhale, lower down. Exhale, pressing the feet, lifting the head and chest. Exhale out completely. And again, we lower, inhale. And exhale. Take the arms from behind your head and reach them by the hips. Reach the fingertips forward. Now again, feel where the anchor points are. Notice when you anchor your feet into the mat, you root them deeply. Something happens to the center, right? Maybe you feel a little bit more activation, and then you lower your head and chest down. Now raise the arms up towards the ceiling. I'm going to practice also the rib placement, which is important when we're talking about the strength of the trunk. We inhale and we slowly hinge the arms back. So the arms are going to go halfway back, and you hold when the arms are in front of the level of the ears. We're not going to go way back because that's just going to pop open our ribs, and we want to keep our ribs nice and soft and stable. So hold it here and feel the feet into the mat. Good. And then you don't want to be overarching, but you don't want to be actively jamming the low back either. So there's a small space between my low back and the mat. Good. And I exhale, and I just feel that I want to melt, and I'm bringing my navel down deeply in towards my back. Good. Take the arms by your hips, lift your head and chest, reach towards the heels, look to the belly, exhale out. Inhale, lower yourself down, lifting the arms, and then hinge them back again, softening the front of the rib cage. Right, so this is practicing being aware of where and how we hold our ribs in connection to our core. Lifting the arms up on your inhale, lift your head and chest, reach forward towards the feet like you want to grab your heels. Now from here, take the arms out to the side, keep the shoulders off the mat, take the hands behind the head. We inhale, we exhale, we lift up a little higher. Inhale, stay up. Now on your exhale, you're going to twist your upper body towards the right knee. And you want to practice anchoring the opposite foot and the opposite hip down so we're not rolling over to that right side. And then we come back and then we lower. So inhale, exhale, lift, twist, anchor the opposite foot, opposite hip, untwist, lower head and chest. Inhale, exhale, lift. Keep twisting, right? Twisting like you want to get that left elbow towards the knee. Take both shoulders off the floor, pressing your feet and the hip of the opposite leg into the earth. Untwist, and we come down. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lift up. So we're going to do the same on the left side. We inhale, hold up here. Anchoring both feet. Exhale, twist towards the right. Anchor the right foot into the mat. Anchor the right hip into the mat. Untwist, stay up. Lower your head and chest. Inhaling, exhale, lift and twist. Immediately anchoring the opposite hip, opposite foot into the mat. Get those shoulders off the floor. Yes. Untwisting here, and then we lower. And again, inhale, exhale, lifting, twisting, right? Anchoring through the opposite side, coming back to center, lowering head and chest. We're going to go back to the right side, twisting to the right side. We're going to add a leg lift. Inhale, exhale, lift and twist. From your twist, you bring your right knee in towards the left elbow. Lower your foot down, untwist, and then lower your head and chest. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Lift your leg, goes for the twist. Untwist, lower your foot down. The rest of the body follows. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Lift your leg and twist towards it. Now try to get the knee and the elbow to touch each other. You keep that leg up, you untwist, you lower the leg down, and then you lower the body. Inhale. Exhaling. Lifting leg, twist towards the knee. Hold. Untwist. Lower the foot. Lower your head and chest. Now we're going to add an extension of the leg. Inhaling. Exhale. Come up and we twist. From here, you extend your leg. Good. You untwist. You bend your knee. You lower your foot down. The rest of the body follows. Inhale. Exhaling. Go for the twist. Extend your leg. Untwist your body. Bend your knee. Lower your foot down. Rest of the body follows. And again, so we're working up the coordination also, right? The coordination part of the head, of the mind. Extend the leg, untwist, bend your knee, lower your foot, lower your head and chest. Now, we can add a next variation, inhaling. Exhale, go for the twist. Right knee in, good. You either extend your leg up, or now you extend your leg out. Make sure that you don't feel tension in the back. If you feel tension in the back, extend it up. If that still gives you tension, you don't have to extend the leg. So we're here, we untwist, good. Lower your foot down, rest of the body follows. So let's do two more like this. Inhaling, exhale, lift, twist, knee in, extend your leg, good. Bring the knee back in, untwisting, lower. And again, inhale, exhale, lift, twist, extend the leg, bring the knee in, untwist, lower the foot, lower body. One more time, inhaling, exhaling, twisting, extending, good. Knee in, untwisting, lower, and lower the rest of the body. Beautiful, okay. Left side, so I'm already feeling the right side of my core, my side waist is already awake. So we inhale, let's do the left side, exhaling, lift, good. We twist, we bring the knee in towards the right elbow, get them to touch, untwisting, lower your foot down, rest of the body follows, inhale, exhale, lift first, and then we go for the twist. Remember to anchor the opposite side, untwisting, lower your foot, rest of the body comes down, inhale, exhale, lift, good, twist, untwist, lower the foot, coming back down, inhaling, exhale, lift up, twisting here, yes, untwisting, staying up, lower the foot, the rest of the body comes down. Now we add the extension of the leg, inhale, lifting up, good, exhale, twisting, extend the leg here, untwist the upper body, good, knee in, slowly lower the foot, coming back down, inhaling, exhale, lift up, twist, extend the leg, untwist, bend your knee, foot down, coming down with the body, inhale, exhale, lift, good, twist, extending, untwisting, bend the knee, lowering down, lowering all the way down. Now we add the extension going further down the 90 if you choose to do so, inhale, good, exhaling, twist, either extend your leg up or you extend your leg out, bring the knee back in, coming back to center with the upper body, lower the foot down, rest of the body comes down, inhale, exhaling, lifting up, going for that knee, yes, extending the leg, coming back in, come on, give it a good squeeze, knee to elbow, elbow to knee, untwisting, lower the foot down, rest of the body comes down, last one, go deep into it, exhaling to come up, going for the twist, yes, extending the leg, bring it back in, coming back to center, lower your foot down, and the rest of the body follows. Good. You're going to bring your knees in towards your chest here. Good. We're going to do a similar one, but now our legs are going to be in tabletop, so kind of a little bit further up on the mat. So come up in tabletop with the legs, take your hands behind the head. Same thing now. Now we have to really work on anchoring the hips, so really we don't kind of start rolling over to the opposite hip or the hip that we're working on. Inhale here, exhale, lifting up. Good. Inhale, exhale, twist towards the right. Now bring the right knee in towards the right elbow. Good. We're going to do the same thing. We extend the leg up or we extend the leg out. Bring it back in, come back to center, yeah? And then coming back down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Extend your leg either out or up. Bring it back in, untwisting, coming back to center, legs in tabletop. One more time. Inhaling, exhale, knee in, extending the leg, bring the knee back in, untwisting, lower your head and chest down, left side, inhale, good, exhale, twist towards the left, remember anchoring the opposite hip down, bring the knee in, good, extending the leg out, bring it back in, beautiful, coming back to center, lower head and chest down, good, inhale, exhale, twist, knee in, extending the leg out, bring the knee back in, coming back to center with the upper body, bring the legs to tabletop, lower down, last one, inhale, exhaling, and extend, yes, and bring it in, touching, bring it back to tabletop, untwisting, lower your head and chest down, you can take your knees in towards your chest. Now from here, you're going to extend your legs, arms up towards the ceiling, and you bring your legs up in tabletop, so it's a 90 degree. Now, the angle of the knee is not going to change, so imagine that this is anchored and hooked in place. You've got screws in your knees, your heels are not going to drop down to your bum. You're going to be legs in tabletop, arms straight up towards the sky, yeah? Feel the fingertips you're reaching, but feel the shoulder blades connecting. So feel yourself in connection to the earth through the shoulder blades. Now, the knees don't change. The angle does not change. You reach your right foot down, right? Almost touching the floor or touching the floor, and you bring it back up. Now, the challenge here is not to be arching the back as we do so. So we soften the ribcage like we practiced to bring the toes down and lifting up. This is really firing up Good. The front of the core, the intercostals in between the ribs, bring it back up. So we inhale, we lower the left toes down. Exhale through the mouth. Draw the belly in. So we're going to now bring the legs in from the center. So inhale, lower, touch, just tap the toes, tap the floor with the toes down. Exhale through the mouth. Pull from the core to bring the leg in. Inhale, lower the toes. Exhale through the mouth. From the core, bring it in. Now you can either stay here, or for an extra challenge, you're going to hinge the arms slightly back. You don't want to go too far, you'll regret it, because your core is going to have to work much harder, and your low back then might be compromised. So hinge slightly back, okay, if there's space there. So we want to try it out. Inhale. You lower the toes down. Again, not changing the ankle with the knee. Exhale through the mouth, pulling from the core, bring it to center. Inhale, left leg. Good. And exhale, pulling in. And again, right. So toe tapping the floor. And bring it in. Good. Inhale, lower. Don't forget to exhale on the way up. Pulling it in. Yes. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Now, you can choose to keep tapping the floor, or you inhale and you extend your leg out and you bring it in. Good. Extend your legs out and we bring it in. And again, right leg reaches out. Bring the right knee in. Extending the left leg out. Bring the knee back in. Now we're going to do the same thing, but this time our hands are going to go behind the head and we're going to lift up into our core. So as we extend the right leg out now, left knee comes deep in. Good. We reach chest and knee towards each other. And then we change sides. Right knee comes in, extending the left leg towards the far wall. And we switch and we extend. So think about bow and arrow. Really reaching that right toes and knee in. Good. So bow and arrow, right knee comes in and you're reaching that arrow, that leg, reach towards the far wall. Come up with the shoulders. And again, reach it. And more. Gonna go a little faster. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Now, same thing with the leg movement. We're gonna add the twist of the upper body. So as we bring the right knee in, extending the left leg, we're twisting towards the right. Again, too much for the back, you can extend the left leg up. Twisting here, good. Extend, switch, and twist the other side. And we twist towards the other side, yes. Keep reaching. And we reach. And we reach. Twisting and opposite hip stays heavy. Opposite hip anchors towards the mat. Last one on each side. And bend your knees in towards your chest. Roll your head and chest down. Okay. Extending the legs up towards the sky. We're going to walk up the right leg for an exercise called the scissors in the world of Pilates. So go ahead and lifting yourself up. You lower your left leg down halfway and you walk yourself up that right leg. So you're kind of hanging off that right leg. Now your left leg reaches out of the hip joint and it wants to really reach towards the far end of the wall. You pull the right leg towards you twice, so it's a pull, pull. You let go of the right leg, you switch legs, and as you switch legs, you scrape the ceiling with your toes. You take the left leg and you pull, pull. All right, so you really want to walk up as high as you can towards that leg. Switch, and we go. Pull, pull, and we switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Good, keep breathing. Scrape the ceiling with the toes. And right side. And left. Scrape the ceiling with the toes. Pull, pull. Good. Pull, pull. Last one. On each side, right and left. Good. Take your heels together, legs together, hands by your side. So if your legs are tired, you want to bend your knees, bend your knees. As always, listen to your internal cues, listen to your own body. You press the heels together and you bring the legs together like one unit. Think trunk of a tree. This time your legs are one log, okay? We're going to reach both legs towards the right. My left hip comes off the mat. I bring my legs, really anchor them together, heels together. I circle my legs down. I bring them over to the left, and then I bring it back to center. So this exercise is called corkscrew. Lean your legs over to the left now. Circle your legs down, out to the right, and bring it back to center. Now we go to the right. Inhale, right. Exhale. You make your circles as big as you can, working your entire midsection. Inhale, reach down, out to the right. Try to keep your head down. Try not to grab the mat. Good. Inhale, right was it? Exhale, left. Last one, inhaling, go to the left. Scrape it all the way and come back to center. Bend your knees and you're going to rock a few times up and down to come to sit. You're going to swing yourself around and take a child's pose here. Inhale and exhale. Slowly roll up through your spine. Okay, we're going to come up to standing, and this is where our socks are going to come in handy. You're going to fold your mat 3 times, okay? So this is halfway in and then the other half. So I'm folding it 3 times. And you're going to stand just behind the edge of your mat here with your socks on, rolling the shoulders on the back. And first of all, just feel the activity around your center. We're going to be accessing this area throughout the practice. We're going to be needing to access the center. Inhale, reaching the arms out to the side, and take the arms straight up together, palms together, reaching palms up. Roll the shoulders down and feel the anchoring of the feet into the earth. Okay, so this is important. Anchor the feet down, softening the rib cage. Feel the trunk, feel the roots, and then feel your branches. Inhale. Open the arms out to the side. Exhale as you come down into a forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Hands onto your shins. Press the shins forward into the hands, hands back into the shins. Open the front of your shoulders by drawing the shoulder blades together. And exhale, and we fold. Bend your knees, and we're just going to roll up through the spine. We're just going to roll up through the spine. Good, restacking the spine here. Now practice anchoring the feet. Check that your feet are about hip distance apart. Start to bring a little bit more weight onto the heels, the outside edges of the feet, and the balls of the feet, so that your knees don't knock inwards, but that you're really not just pressing down, but you're lifting up from your feet. So we're rooting down to grow. Outside edge of the feet, balls of the feet, heels, inside arches of the feet lifting up. Lift up your quadriceps away from your kneecaps. Pull up from the core. Good. Feel more stable and grounded. And from here, inhale, rise up. Lengthen and stretch. And exhale, dive, softening your knees as you dive all the way down. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Now on your exhale, you're going to take your hands down, but you're going to walk them slightly forward in front of your shoulders. Yeah? You're going to walk them slightly forward in front of your shoulders so that you can lean forward onto your arms and you can raise your heels. Now look to your belly, bend your knees, and slowly slide your feet back until you come into plank. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, look to your belly, soften your knees, and you're going to slide back in from the belly, from the core. Sliding in. Yes, take your hands to your shins, roll the shoulders on the back, long neck, long spine. So we're not looking forward and arching, but it's a long neck, and exhale, we fold. Inhale, soften your knees and slowly roll up through your spine. Good, and release. Anchoring first, really important, is to root down through the legs. Access the core. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, soften your knees. Take your hands forward of your shoulders. Okay, so they're not directly underneath, forward of your shoulders. Rock forward onto your arms. Okay, so now my shoulders are right above my wrists. I raise my heels. I look to my belly. And now, either bending the knees or straight legs, you swivel your legs slightly and you pull the core inwards as you slowly slide your feet back and you come into core, into your plank. Roll the shoulders on the back. Hold here in plank. Now pull up from your arms. We're not sinking into the wrists. Yeah? Pull up from the core. Heart reaches forward. Heels and balls of feet stacked on top of each other. Exhale, look to your belly.
Lift your upper back towards the ceiling. Okay, you're going to prepare to slide back in. Soften your knees a little, but then lift your upper back up towards the sky as you come back in. Take your hands towards the shins, roll the shoulders on the back, soften your knees, long neck, long spine, and exhale, and we fold. Bend your knees and slowly roll up through your spine to come back up, okay? So we're gonna do this and we're gonna add a chaturanga and a cobra. Inhaling, rising up, anchoring down. Exhale, dive forward. So starting to get maybe the heart rate a little bit going up, reaching the crown of the head and the hips away from each other. Reach to feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Exhale, hands onto your mat. Again, hands forward of your shoulders. Rock forward onto your hands. Look to your belly. Lift your upper back up towards the sky. Good. Slowly slide it back, either with knees bent or with knees straight. Hold here in your plank. Good. Heart forward. Belly in. Balls of the feet and heels stacked. Bring your knees down. Hug the elbows into the body. All right? And then you're going to slowly take your soft chaturanga down towards the floor. Point your toes behind you. Rolling the shoulders to lift the heart up. Draw the elbows towards each other. And feel the opening of the chest and the heart in cobra. Come back down. Curl your toes under. You're going to press back into a plank. Press back into plank. Everything is nice and strong. Look inwards. Sliding your feet in. Good. Taking your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now you bend your knees. Rock back on your heels and shoot the arms out to the side. And inhale, rise up through the power of the legs and the core and take your hands to the heart, okay? So we're gonna do this again, but this time we're gonna add a little bit more of the sliding in and out with the feet. Inhale, rising up. Good, anchor the feet, exhale, dive down. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Good, exhale again. Take your hands forward. Rock forward onto your hands, lifting up the heels. Sliding the heels back. Take your plank. Inhale. Exhale, sliding back in. So prepare, belly in, sliding back in. Stay here. Inhaling, rock forward, lifting the heels, sliding back into plank. Take your inhale here, exhale, look deep into yourself, deep into the core. Belly in, slide it back. One more. Inhale, rocking forward, lifting your heels, sliding back. Good. Reaching the heart forward, and maybe optional here is to draw the shoulder blades together, lifting up the heart, finding a variation of upward facing dog, still on the toes. Good. Coming back into the plank, lifting the belly in, lifting your hips up, sliding it all the way in. Good. And then go ahead and take your hands towards your shins for your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Knees bent. Shoot the arms out to the side. Inhale, rising up, and exhale. Take your hands to the heart. Okay. So again, adding on as we go along. Inhaling, rising up. Exhale, dive down. Folding over the legs. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale again. Take your hands forward. Rock forward, lifting up the heels. Sliding back. Good. Sliding back. Now from here, you're going to inhale. You're going to bend your right knee as you slide your right knee in towards your chest. Lift your foot up off the floor. Take the toes back down and slide it back. Left side. Left knee slides in. Pulling the foot up. Taking the foot back down. Sliding it back. Good. Inhale. Right knee in. Lifting the foot up. Taking it back down. Sliding it back out. Left knee. Left knee comes up. Good. Foot comes up. Coming here. Beautiful. Look into the belly. Slide everything in. Whew. Take your halfway lift. And exhale. Fold. Bend your knees. Shoot the arms out to the side. And rise up. Inhale. Exhaling. So we're going to do the same thing with the mountain climbers. Sliding one leg at a time. Inhale, rising up. Again, rooting down. Feel where you're standing. Activate your roots and activate your trunk. Soften your knees as you exhale when you dive down. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale again, hands onto your mat, forward of your shoulders, rocking forward, lifting the heels and sliding back. Inhale, right knee slides in, lifting the toes, coming back down, sliding out. Left knee, up, coming back down, slide it out. Right knee, good, and left knee. Slide them both back out, good. Inhale here, soften your knees, hug the elbows into the body. Belly pulls in, chaturanga down towards your mat. Point the toes, roll the shoulders back, lifting the heart. Good, feel that opening. Feel the space. Exhale, come back down, curl the toes under, press up into your plank, look to your belly, sliding your feet in. So again, you can always bend your knees to slide it in, especially if you're tight in the hamstrings. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees, rock back on your heels and shooting the arms out to the side. Inhale, rise up, palm of the hands come together. Exhale, hand to your heart. Okay, now we're going to step on top of our mat, okay? So make sure you're not far forward in the front of your mat, but maybe just somewhere in the middle. Your blocks, if you need them, you can place them in front of your mat to grab them a little later, okay? And you're going to, actually let's bring them closer here for those who need them, so really close to the edge of the mat. Inhale, rising up through the arms. Take the palm of the hands together and bring your hands towards your heart, pressing the palm of the hands together, rolling the shoulders on the back. Now start to lean a little bit over to that left leg. So I'm going to start with left leg first, raising the right toes up. And then you're going to slowly take the right toes behind you away from the mat, okay? You want to feel an anchoring of that front leg, of that front heel. And you're going to slowly slide your left leg back until you come into lunge. Okay, so your lunge here is not going to feel very stable. Yeah, you're going to be slipping and sliding. So the anchoring of that left foot, the anchoring of that left heel, and the pulling up through the core is what's going to help you through this uncertain, unstable lunge. You can take your hands to your blocks to slide back in, yeah? And then we're going to slide back out. Or you take your hands on top of your thigh. So really feel where the anchor points are, and you pull up from the core to come up. And you slowly slide back down to come down. Inhale. Exhale to come up. Inhaling, sliding it out. Exhale, sliding it in. Now try when you slide to make sure that your rear foot is sliding back in line with your hip and doesn't kind of slide out to the side. Take your hands down now on either side of your foot on your mat. Come forward slightly. Raise your left heel. Yeah? You might need to come up onto your left fingertips and maybe step or lift your foot up and take it back. Okay? Mountain climbers, again. Inhale, right knee in, foot up, back in. Inhale, left knee in, foot up, back in. Right knee, and left knee. Right knee. Now on your left knee up, you're going to step that left foot through again. Come up onto your fingertips, step, or help. Walk your left foot back in place. Find your lunge, check your rear foot, yeah? Might need your blocks to come up here, okay? And if you want, you can come up to take a break. We're going to come back into the lunging. So first, take your hands on top of your thigh. You can take your hands on your blocks first to find stability, and then taking the hands onto the thigh. Good. Now from here, you're going to take your hands behind your head. Lean forward towards that left leg. So my quadriceps are firing up. Slide your right leg out to the side, and you bring it forward. So you're going to make a circular motion with your leg. And we're not going to go that deep into the lunge on the left leg. Okay, so we start together. So I'm not completely in my lunge. I'm kind of halfway. My knees bent. My toes are definitely facing forward. Hands behind the head. Draw my shoulder blades down the back. Pull up from my core. Inhale, sliding your right toes out to the side and bring it to center here. So you're making a circular motion. And you want to try to keep
this trunk, your center, what keeps you in yourself, very stable and strong. Your root, very stable and strong. And then the freedom of that right leg that can slide. Elbows out to the side, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Good. One more. Right toes forward, right toes back. Good. Come up to standing. Give your left quadricep and your left thigh a bit of a break. Taking your blocks back underneath your hands, we're going to slide back into our lunge. So I did say this was going to be fiery. I'm already feeling it in my legs, okay? And then you slowly take the thighs, your hands on top of your thighs, and you rise up. Now we're going to slide back and forth a little bit faster. You can either take your hands onto your thighs, and then you let go if there's space, and you start to move as if you're running, right? So in order to be able to find that momentum, you need your stability. You need your two anchor points, your core and your roots. Your core and your roots, right? So every time you feel like you're going to lose stability because you're getting tired, activate this area. Activate this area. So here we go. 1, 2, go deep. 3, 4, 5. Good. Woo. You're going to turn now to face forward, okay? So turning to face forward, my left toes are slightly open out to the side. They're not completely facing the top corner of my mat. They're in between straight and the corner of my mat. So that my right leg, when I slide it out and I look at my left knee is not going inwards. It is in line with my left big toe, okay? We're gonna do a skating movement where you're gonna take your hips back behind you, right leg slides out to the side, left leg is anchoring, and you pull up from that left leg and from the core. And we inhale, and we lift up, exhale. Inhaling, and exhale. Now you can add movement of the arms to kind of help you give it a bit of more of a natural movement of the body. Out to the side and bring it in. Now let's go a little deeper. Here we go. Inhaling, slide it out. Now notice my right heel is not on the floor. My right heel is lifted, which takes the pressure off my left knee. So I can really work more on the back of that left hip and on the strength of the entire musculature of my left thigh. Here we go. And again, go a little faster. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. You open slightly out to the side. Now, you're going to turn to face the opposite side. So you're kind of facing the back of your mat. We're going to come into lunge, so take your fingertips down. Unstable lunge. Your back leg is going to be really important on making sure that your front leg stays stable. So activate and strengthen that back leg and slowly roll up from your core. Now, your right knee is not going to go way beyond your ankle and your toes. It will go slightly over your ankles because you cannot go too far in the lunge, otherwise you'll slide. So go to a point where you feel that you can hold your lunge with stability. Reaching your left leg back, straight left leg, reaching through the heel. And now take the arms up. Reaching up, roll the shoulders down. Good. Now, find your stability in this unstable lunge. Accessing the core, shoulder blades down the back, left leg active. Take your hands towards your chest. We're going to open it up in Warrior 2. Spinning the back heel down, pressing out through the arms, opening that right knee out to the side. My left toes are pointing towards the side of the mat, and I press out with my hands, pressing out with my hands, and in turn to look at my right hand. So pressing out, okay? So we're not just normal warrior, but we're really kind of, it's an active warrior with the arms, shoulder blades down the back. Keep opening that right knee out to the side. Good. Slowly bring the palm of the hands back together. Turn the toes to face forward. Sliding back towards the back of the mat. Taking the hands down for stability. You're going to come back into your lunge. Come back into your lunge, arms up, arms out to the side. Interlace the fingers behind your back, reaching the hands behind you. And now you're going to step or slide away from the mat so that you're in standing, okay? Inhale here. Exhaling. On our next breath, we're going to gather the energy. We're going to gather the strength and inner core power, leg power, to slowly start to come into a warrior three, raising our rear leg off the floor, coming into warrior three. So do it a few times until you feel that you have found your stability. And you can go even deeper than warrior three, reaching leg up. So try it a few times until you feel where your stillness, where the point you reach of an effortless effort. Okay, so I'm still trying to find mine. So take your time here. Warrior three, reaching back through the rear leg, pulling up from the core, slowly coming up. Good, find your mat again. Turn to face forward. Turn to face your mat. Take your hands down to your floor. Left knee now comes in towards your chest. Extend your left leg behind you. Good. Knees come down. Hug the elbows into the body. Chaturanga all the way down. Point your toes. Roll the shoulders on the back. Lift the heart up for cobra. And exhale. And we come down. Curl the toes under. Press up into your plank. Looking into the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Sliding it in. Taking your forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Shoot the arms out to side. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, take your hand to your heart. So we're going to do the same thing, right? And this time on the left side, on the right side, sorry. So stepping again, both feet on the mat. Make sure you're not all the way to the top of the mat. And then you're going to bring the palm of the hands together. Pressing the palm of the hands together. Activate the midsection. Bring your energy to the midline. Right and left arm comes together. Start to raise your left heel. Start to raise your left heel. Start to find your balance on that right leg. Start to raise your left knee up. Slowly slide your left leg back. And slowly come down into your lunge. So hands on thighs or hands on blocks. Right? Pull up from the core and slowly inhale, coming up. Finding stability, sliding straight back with your left leg. Exhale to come up. You can let go of your thigh and use the arms. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to get your heart rate going even more, once you come down, you hold, you take the arms up by the ears. You bring them forward and you come back up. Good. And again, inhale. Lifting. Bringing in, optional. Good. Last one. And then taking your hands down. Inhaling. Exhale. Take your hands down for the mountain climbers. Right knee comes into chest, extend it out. Left knee in, foot comes up, slide it out. Right knee in, foot comes up, slide it out. Hand left. And right. And left. And right. Hold. Step that right foot through. Help it through. Come up into your lunge. Taking your blocks maybe. Sliding it slightly upwards and coming up to standing. Okay, so we're going to make that circle. So you might want to maybe take the blocks further together so you've got some space. Find stability in your right leg. Arms out to the side. Take the hands behind the head, drop the shoulder blades down the back. Good. Slide slightly back for your lunge so that you can take your left foot out to the side and bring it forward. Circling back, taking it out to the side and bring it forward. Good. Circling back. sliding out and forward, keeping your trunk, your torso stable. The shoulder blades on your back acting as also your anchor. Inhale and exhale. Yes, good. From here, you're going to come down into your lunge and slowly come up. Again, you can use your blocks. And we're going to go maybe into our sprinting action. Heel is what anchors you. Make sure the weight of the front of the body is on the heel. Leg weight is on the heel, not on the ball of the feet. And here we go. And 1. And 2. Pull up from the center. 3, 4, 5. Go deep. And 6. Good. You're going to turn to face the back of the mat. Okay. And here we have it. So the toes are not pointing towards the corner, but maybe slightly inwards. You bend your front knee. You take the hands first on top of that thigh, and you slide your left leg out, and you come back in. Sliding out as if you're going into a skating movement, and sliding back in. Now my hips are reaching back behind me, and my chest is nice and lifted. My back is long, so I'm not collapsing, and I'm not reaching my hips up. Right? My hips are reaching straight back and my chest straight forward. And bring it in. You can use the arms, or you can take the hands on top of your thighs. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And 5. Go deep. Yes. And then you slide it slightly out and you turn to face completely the back of the mat. You turn. So now my left leg is in front, my right leg is back. I take my fingertips down to the floor. I raise my right heel and I try to find a lunge that I feel stable in with my socks on. I pull up from the belly and I slowly rise up. Okay, so take your time. Take your time to find where you feel good standing here. And then you bring the arms forward. And if it's okay for the neck, you bring the arms up, rolling the shoulders on the back. Inhale. Back leg is strong. Back heel is strong. Good. And you can go even deeper when the back leg is strong. Take the palm of the hands together. We're slowly going to open it up, spinning the back heel down into warrior 2, pressing out with your arms, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Good. Pressing up and looking at your hand. If it's too much to look at your hand, if you feel like your neck is tired from turning, just look straight ahead. But your left knee is bent. Good. You try to stay in the center of your warrior. Inhale. Lean slightly towards that leg. Turn the toes to face forward. Come back on your fingertips so that your toes, your rear toes can come back to center. And then you slowly roll up from your core. Reach the arms behind you and you interlace the fingers. Reaching heart forward. Inhale. Step or slide your right foot in. Good. Lifting up through the belly. Now start to prepare into warrior by feeling where your roots are. Lifting up from the leg. Drawing the core in. Reaching through the arms. Long neck. Crown of the head and right leg start to reach away from each other until you go into warrior 3. And you can do this a few times until you feel where you feel good in this pose, where you have the balance of strength, stability, and a little bit of freedom. Again, trying to find that balance between an effortless effort, where you put the effort and then you let it go. And you let it go. You allow the breath to take you. And you slowly come back in, trying to find your mat. If it's too far, step it back. Step it out to the side. Coming back to center. Taking the hands down the other side of your foot. Right knee comes into chest. Slide it out. You're going to slide your right knee out to the side to take it to the outside of the elbow. Bring it in. The left knee slides out to the side, outside of the elbow. Bring it in. Right knee out to the side. Maybe lift the foot. Coming back down. Take it in. Sliding it out. Taking the left knee in.
Sliding it out to center. Good. Let's take chaturanga. Knees down. Elbows in. Coming all the way down. Move the blocks out in your way. Roll the shoulders. Lifting the heart. And exhale. And coming down. Good. Last one. As you press up into your plank. Looking into the belly. Sliding your feet in. Taking the hands towards your shin bones. Shoulders on the back. Lifting the belly. And exhale, fold. Bending your knees. Shoot the arms out the side. And inhale. Rising up. Exhale. Hand to your heart. Okay. Now, to end our practice, we're going to come back to familiarity. Coming back to when uncertainty is over. And we take off the socks, and we open our mat. And we feel the beautiful feeling of grounding, right? Of what's familiar, but maybe now it feels slightly different because we appreciate it more. Maybe thinking about after this quarantine is over, and we'll come back to what's familiar, what grounded us all the time, and we never really knew it. So feel that grounding, and maybe we start to appreciate it more. Lifting the inner arches up, taking the arms over the head, inhale. Exhale, and we dive down, feeling our roots into our sticky mat and through. Inhale, take your halfway lift, shoulders on your shin bones, rolling the shoulders on the back, pulling the belly in. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, and you're going to step your feet back and you come into plank. Come into plank here. Good. Let's do mountain climbers on the mat. Inhale, right knee comes in. Press it out. Inhale, left knee comes in. Press it out. Good. Right knee in. And left knee in. Right knee comes back in, and you're going to step that right foot through. Step that right foot through. Come into your lunge. Feel what opens up when you're stable. Inhale. Let's open it up into warrior two, just like we did with our sock practice. Taking the palm of the hands together in the center of the heart, spinning the back heel down. Check the alignment of the feet, pressing the arms out to the side. Open that right knee, make sure it doesn't collapse. Pressing the arms and look to your hands. Good, inhale. Exhale, go deeper. How deep we can go now that we can root down without the worry of sliding. Good, out of control. And then you slowly lean forward. Take your toes to face forward. Reaching the arms back again for warrior three again. So placing the fingertips together, interlacing the fingers, reaching the heart forward, and then stepping. So I'm going to come a little bit further back so I don't get cut off from the camera. So stepping with your rear foot, coming and finding your round. Inhale. Good, and slowly rooting down, and with your core, find the start to flow into your space. Maybe it feels easier, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you feel more space, right? Maybe it doesn't. So find a few times, reaching, and then slowly coming back into your lunge, taking the hands down on either side of your foot. And you're going to step it back into our first downward facing dog at the end of the class. Good. You're going to raise your right leg up. And you open your hips. So you're stacking your right hip on top of your left. You're reaching away from the hands. You bend your right knee. And you allow that right knee to lift up towards the sky. And maybe you can turn and catch a peek of your right heel underneath your left armpit. You don't have to. Feel the opening of the right side. Good. Re-square your hips. Extend your leg and slowly take it down. Coming back to center into our plank. Right knee comes into your chest for a mountain climber. Bring it back. Left knee in. Bring it back. Right knee. Left knee. Step your left foot through. Same thing now. Find your stability. Find your lunge. Reaching the arms up. Shoulders on the back. There's a stillness now that comes with the knowing of this grounding and the stability and the strength. And the palm of the hands come together and you spin the back heel down. Open your left knee out to the side and press out with your arms. Looking at your left fingertips or looking straight ahead if it doesn't feel nice. Good. Inhale. And taking the palm of the hands together, coming back to face forward. Reaching back, so reaching back with the fingertips and interlacing the fingers. Pulling up from the core, so even if our chest is open, contract your core a little. So chest is open, but core is engaged. As I lean forward, I take my core with me. I step in with my right foot. Again, I'm gonna walk it back a little so I don't get cut off. Toes, slowly raise behind us. Reaching into your warrior three. Go as deep as you like. And slowly coming back down. Finding your lunge. Reaching arms up. Exhale, hands down on either side of your foot. Left knee comes into chest. Extend your left leg behind you, reaching. Bending your left, actually no, let's keep it straight first. And then stack your left hip on top of your right hip. So you're opening up your hips, stacking them. And then you bend your knee of the left leg, raising the knee up and allowing that foot to drop. Maybe you catch a peak of the foot, of the toes or the heel underneath your right armpit. You don't have to. Good. And then we re-square the hips. And we bring the feet down and just maybe cycle in place. You walk in place in downward facing dog, like you're taking your dog for a walk. Slowing down the breath, slowing down the heart. And then slowly come forward into plank, taking your knees down, hugging the elbows. Good. Taking yourself down, belly comes down last, pointing the toes, roll the shoulders, lift the heart for cobra, and exhale, come down. One more time to lift the heart for cobra, rolling the shoulders, elbows towards each other, lifting the heart, feel the opening, and exhale. And we come back down, curl the toes under, let's come and sit in a child's pose. From your child's pose, you're going to sit, extending the legs in front of you. Now, if you feel like you're sitting behind your hip bones, if you feel like you're tight in the front of your hip flexors and you're really rounding in your low back, get a little cushion or maybe a folded blanket so you can sit up on it and you can sit up a little taller and you can stack your shoulders above your hips. And from here, you take your fingertips forward. So we're just going to release the back. Okay, you flex your feet towards you. And we're going to inhale, exhale, chin towards the chest, and you slide your fingertips forward without hinging from the hips. So think about that your hips, your hip joints, they stay very still. And you slide your fingertips forward as you pull the belly back so you feel a deeper stretch in the spine. And the more you flex your feet, the deeper the stretch you'll feel in your spine. Good. You slide back halfway. You take the arms by the ears and you slowly stack the vertebrae on top of each other and you take your hands down, okay? So let's do this one more time. So hands in front of us, so I'm not leaning forward. My shoulders are right above my hips and I'm flexing my feet. I'm anchoring my hips down. I activate my legs towards each other so that I grow. So everything we're working towards, bringing ourselves to the midline, bringing ourselves to the center. Even with this one, we inhale, exhale, chin towards the chest, sliding as I flex my feet and I pull my belly back. I go as far as I can without hinging from my hips. Without hinging from my hips. Good. Sliding slightly back, pulling the belly in, raising the arms. Good. Restacking the spine, and then coming down here. We're going to lay down on our back. Take your knees in towards your chest and circle your legs. Circle your hips, sorry. Good. Let's take our feet down. So we did a lot of work on the back of the hips and the quadriceps. So let's take our right ankle and place it on top of our left knee and grab on to the left thigh as you thread them through the space between the legs. And you bring your left leg towards you, okay? And you open that right knee out to the side. Now, you don't want to bring it so far that your hip comes off the mat. You want to keep your low back on the mat so you get maximum stretch and opening on the outside of those hips, especially the right hip. And if you like, you can take, with your right elbow, you can press that right knee back as you bring it in to get a little bit more action in the opening. And we breathe. If you have more time, so do these a little longer. And then you're going to release the hands and you just keep sliding your right leg on top of your left. So now that your knees are stacked on top of each other. And you grab hold of your shins or your ankles or just underneath the knee, wherever your arms reach. Inhale. And exhale, and you pull the legs away from each other as you bring your knees in towards the chest. At the same time, keeping your low back down on the mat. Yeah, so we're not lifting here because nothing really happens. You want to keep your tailbone rooting down into the mat, your knees coming in towards your chest, and you're slightly, gently pulling your feet apart and away from each other. All right, so the action is pulling apart and drawing down with the tailbone as your knees come in towards your chest. And then we release, we uncross, bring them in towards your chest, take your feet down, take your left ankle on top of your right knee, thread your hands through, grab onto the right leg, inhaling, exhale, bring it in towards you. You can also press on that left knee, opening out to the side with your left elbow, keeping the tailbone down. Notice the difference between the two sides. This side is definitely my tighter side. Keep breathing here. And then slowly release the hands, sliding. Keep going with the sliding so that your left knee comes in front of the right, grabbing on to your ankles. Inhale here and exhale, keeping your tailbone down as you bring your knees in and you kind of take your feet apart, away from each other. Okay, feel the action in the outer left hip. Keep breathing. Good, and slowly release. And then you can extend yourself out here, taking the arms up over the head. Go ahead and maybe take your fingers together and reach the arms over to the right corner of the mat. And then move your legs together also towards the right corner of the mat so you have a nice opening on the left side. And then you bring your legs to center, head to center, arms to center. Move the arms and the head over to the left corner of the mat. Take your legs over to the left corner of the mat, reaching your right heel away from the right hand, and the right hand away from the right heel. Bring the legs back to center. Good. And then release the arms, head to center, arms to center. Good. And then whenever you're ready, you can just kind of stay in Shavasana if you like, and then, pause the video or just let me keep going and just go into your Shavasana. You roll over onto your right side when you're ready. Good. And take your Sukhasana here. Okay, and I hope you enjoyed today's unconventional practice for these unconventional times. I know
I worked hard. I hope you enjoyed working hard with me, and I hope to see you again next time. Have a beautiful day.